What about you? Are you concerned with Bynum's attitude?
Am I concerned with? No, I'm not concerned with Bynum's attitude.
Here we go. Why not?
I mean, what's,
Well, I'll give you an example.
Okay,
There was
example.
reported today, and someone here did a good job reporting that Bynum was fined for a number of different things, and when they told him about it, he said he was unaware that he had been fined.
Who was he fined for?
What was he fined for?
Yeah.
I think it goes back, if I'm not mistaken. Where's the reporter who reported it? Okay, go ahead. Tell us, what was he fined for?
Numerous infractions.
Okay.
I would have liked to have been more specific myself too, but okay, but I thought it was better than that. But okay, but he was clearly fined. If his information is correct, I have no reason to believe it wouldn't be. And yet the player, it's not a good thing if a player doesn't know he's been fined, don't you think?
It's been handled internally, and it's an internal matter.
Doesn't that speak to his attitude?
It's an internal matter. You know what?
If it was an internal matter, that means
I
that
know
speaks to his attitude.
I know that when I was in San Antonio, we fined guys for certain things, and I mean, I don't think anybody would say the year we won the championship in 2003 that anybody but one guy on our team had an attitude problem. I mean, we had Manu Ginobili and Steve Smith.
We don't care about San Antonio. Do you think Bynum has an attitude problem? You don't think he does?
No.
Okay.
Does he have a 24-year-old problem?
What's a 24-year-old
He's
problem?
immature.
Immaturity. Come on, you got kids. Teenage kid.
Yeah, one's 17 and one's
you know.
15. No, he's not 15 yet. He'll be 15 soon. But I mean, sometimes my 15-year-old is more mature than my 17-year-old. I mean,
Are your 17-year-olds? Is your 17-year-old more mature than your 24-year-old center?
It's a good question. Bynum, I don't have a problem with Bynum. He's a player on this team. He's out today with an ankle injury, and the rest of the stuff that was reported, that was an internal issue.
Why would it not, though, concern you if the organization decided that something was important enough to fine him? Why wouldn't that concern you?
Like I told you before, I've been head coach and assistant coach of many teams, and guys have gotten fined. And I mean, stuff happens. Stuff happens, and you know what? If it happens a gazillion million times, or a certain amount of times, then maybe. You know, maybe you're like, okay, hey, we got to reevaluate this or look at this or try to deal with this in a different way. I don't know. But stuff happens all the time through the course of the year that sometimes you guys find out, sometimes you guys don't find out. And just because you guys found out about this to overreact, I mean, I'm not about to do that right now.
Mike, do you have an issue if he's not paying attention in the huddles?
If he is on the floor,
Yeah.
whether it's him or anybody else, if they're one of the five guys that are on the floor, yeah. I mean, if I'm drawing up a play and I got one guy or two guys that aren't listening to what I'm saying, it could be a problem because when they go out on the floor, those two guys won't be able to react or understand what we just went over in the huddle. So, but if they're not one of the five guys on the floor, I mean, really, a lot of times guys are on the periphery of the huddle, and not everybody that's on the periphery of the huddle is listening nor is engaged. Sometimes they're talking to other assistants. Sometimes they're talking to each other. Yeah. So, yeah, as long as he's on the floor and he's part of the huddle, which he has been, it's great.
Doesn't it speak more to you in protecting your players than necessarily offering the straight scoop on whether you're concerned about a player's attitude?
Yeah, if you want to print that, I'm okay. I'm okay.
Where's that line?
What's that?
Where's the line between protecting a guy and keeping things internal and perhaps saying things that need to be said publicly as well?
And shaking.
You know, I think if something needs to be said publicly, I'll say it. Example, I said something about Meta when he said I don't know, I can't even remember what it was, something about stats or something like that.
Video guy.
Yeah, I said something about that. I felt it needed to be said. I mean, just because you guys want me to comment on something right now, make a story of it, does that mean that I need to go down that road? No. No, because I mean, either way, whether I do this or do that, you guys gonna write what you want anyway, which is what you guys got families, you gotta provide for your family as best as you can. Everybody trying to move up here.
So you said there were two guys now who weren't in the huddle, right? Because you said that's first
I mean,
one's
if-
Bynum,
if-
and
if
who's
that's-
the other guys? There's someone else we need to
If
know.
that's what you want to print, I mean, I'm okay with that. I mean, but that is incorrect.
But isn't it, the question really is, if immaturity is involved here, you're shaping a guy who potentially is one of your top franchise players for years to come. Is it not concerning, disconcerting would be a better word, thank you, that if he's acting a little bizarre? He's not a delight to deal with. I mean, he is not a respectful person, let's put it that way. Now, he may be respectful to you. You ought to come and join some of our interviews with him.
Is he respectful to you?
Yes. I mean, I can give you guys many examples about what's your definition of respect? This is a business where, I mean, you see the best of coaches, quote unquote, have exchanges with guys. And all it is two guys getting after it because of the moment a lot of times. And whether it's me or another coach, I mean, it happens.
Sure, I mean, even just in terms of treating your position as coach
Yes.
with the respect it should
Yes.
get.
Yes.
I think what we're looking for is a sign that you're not enabling his bad behavior.
Very well said. Very well said.
I'll say this again. You guys just what did he report today? What did he report today, Elliot? What did he report today?
Andrew was fine,
Fine.
for missing, blowing off a
So
meeting
I,
with Mitch.
I guess that's
Blowing off a meeting with Mitch.
I guess that's and what he reported is enabling him. Is that what you're saying to me?
No, what I'm saying
What
is
you're trying to say, what you're trying to get me to do is make a big story of it, and if I make a big story of it, then that is your definition of not enabling
No,
him.
we're like to think that it actually registers with you. That you have a player who is.
I will repeat one more time.
No, don't
that
do
was
that.
that was and it was an internal matter, and it was handled internally. I mean, what do you? I mean, I don't. What do you guys want me to say?
what do you want to say?
Exactly that. I mean, just like if something happened in your household, are you going to go and tell everybody out on the street, hey, this is what I did, and hey, because I did this, I didn't enable my daughter? No, you're not
This
going to
isn't
do
the
that.
same thing.
Well, but in your perception, it's not. Well, I mean, it's.
I don't think it's necessarily a matter of publicly stating every single opinion you have on it as much as registering the gravity of it, if there is gravity to the situation.
And what hey, we dealt with it internally as an organization, which we have dealt and done, and now we move on. I mean, I don't
I
know.
think Mike's answered the question several times now. Guys, we got a couple minutes left if you guys want to
Will he
direct
be
some
here
basketball
tonight
questions.